Dan Hoffman, former CIA station chief, Fox News contributor. And Dan, good morning to you. I don't know what you've been able to piece together, but CBS News has this report. They're calling him as part of a tourist group that was visiting the DMZ, and apparently he was with a bunch of other tourists at the time. They've all been questioned, and some of them apparently said the man gave out a loud ha, 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 and ran in between some of the buildings. And those buildings that Palkot just described apparently have not been occupied by North Korean soldiers for some time, going back to the pre-pandemic level. So we don't know. Did he do it voluntarily? Was he snagged? These are questions that are wide open at the moment, Dan.
Yeah, there are a lot of unanswered questions, and I can tell you that our U.S. military right now is mounting a full investigation. I'm quite sure we know the identity of this soldier, and I'm sure they're talking to anyone at that demilitarized zone who might have witnessed the soldier crossing over into North Korean territory. That is one of the most heavily surveilled geographic areas on the planet. So I'm quite sure that we can go back over and look at what happened and determine how this soldier, why he chose to make this decision and how he did it. Now North Korea has another piece of leverage that they can use against us, and we know from the past that they've used U.S. persons as pawns to gain traction in negotiations with the United States. Back in 2018, Secretary Pompeo was able to engineer the release of 3 Americans. We know that Otto Warmbier was detained in North Korea and brutally murdered there. So this is a very, very dangerous situation for the soldier, and it has implications for U.S. foreign policy.
You mentioned the leverage that this would give North Korea. Just based on what we know at this hour, Dan, what would you expect from the White House? How should we be handling this right now? Obviously, time is of the essence.
Well, I would expect the White House to be reaching out to Secretary Kerry, who's in China right now, to see whether China might play some positive role, although I doubt they would. Our relationship with China is not at the level right now where we could expect anything from them. Frankly, the Biden administration has tried to engage with North Korea, offered talks without any preconditions, and Kim Jong-un has refused. He's gone on testing record numbers of ballistic missiles with an eye towards being able to target the United States with the Hwasong-18 missile. And there are reports that North Korea may plan a nuclear test in the near term. What Kim Jong-un wants is sanctions relief and to be recognized as a nuclear power. And this U.S. soldier now in North Korea's custody may only add to his leverage to make that happen.
A couple things here. Along that DMZ, if you've been there yourself, you know the binoculars are set up throughout the area. Tourists visit there just about every hour on the day to peer into southern North Korea. The North also test-fired an ICBM, Dan, just about a week ago. And you know the sway that Beijing has in North Korea. China, through all of this, perhaps has the biggest vote of all as to what happens inside the Hermit Kingdom.
They do, and they would seek to exact quite a steep price from the United States in return for any assistance that they might provide. And I think that's the concern for the Biden administration, is that the way out of this is going to cost us. Now, look, we've got to be willing to pay whatever price we have to pay to get this soldier out of North Korea's clutches. But it's going to be painstaking, and I can tell you that North Korea is going to be in absolutely no rush to make any move whatsoever.
That's a fact. Dan, thank you on the quick work on that. Come back a bit later if we get more, okay?
Thank you, Dan.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.